Oh, here we go. Again, we started with a different intro, but it should be good by now.
Can everyone hear us?
We should be good because I could hear it on here. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so as we said, when you couldn't hear us, clearly we are Beetlejuice and Lydia for today's Halloween episode.
Yes. And we are Cupcakes and Wine, as you know. It's Monday again.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. live.
Hopefully you all had a great Monday.
Yes.
As great as Monday can be.
Sorry. So today we are bringing Halloween to you.
Yep. First, we just want to shout out our sponsor,
which is Brian Vieira at Vieira Auto Group.
So if you're experiencing any car issues whatsoever, we highly suggest giving him a call. He literally is the best. Seriously.
And he is located right on... Sorry, guys. My costume sucks today.
We're not really... There could be wardrobe malfunctions.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just letting you know.
So Vieira Auto Group, we love you. He is on Earl Street in Fall River, right around the corner.
Yep, it's right around the corner from my house actually, so it's really great. But it's right off of Eastern Avenue in Fall River.
Yes.
So pretty easy to get to.
And phone numbers for Brian are 508-730. I feel like I should know this.
But not.
Yeah.
Well, because it's in our phones, so we just press the
call button. Which we do a lot. So, sorry, guys. It's 508-730-9737, 673-7510. Both the numbers, you'll get to Brian and Liz. Usually Liz.
Yeah, Liz is answering the phone. She's in the office, which is great because she's much cuter than Brian. So
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry, Brian. But we're glad you work on the cars and Liz is in the office. So.
And I'm glad my brakes work.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to look at mine this week. He's not going to be happy.
So we were having a special guest today, but unfortunately our special guest is ill. But she doesn't talk much anyway. It doesn't do much of anything. I was just planning on feeding her wine through a straw the whole time. But it was shrunken head.
Nicole, we're sorry you're sick.
I'm sorry, Nicole, but maybe we'll have her on sometime just chilling, you know?
We'll post her video. You know what we will do? She had sent me that video with her head. So we'll post that on our social media pages. You guys might want to take a look at it because it's pretty funny of her shrunken head. She actually created herself to mold to her own head. So
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty sick. I like it. So besides that, so today, like we said, we're talking about Halloween. I don't know if anyone has any Halloween plans. Me and Taylor have a few.
As I said, I'm just going to sit in the back seat and let you take Lydia everywhere.
Of course, all COVID safe. We're following COVID's regulations. So I'm curious to see what everyone's doing for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what everyone's doing.
Hey, our call-in number is on the screen, guys. Anything Halloween-related, ghost stories. We're going to talk about some spooky sightings we've seen, our friends have seen, people have reached out to us about. So if you're out there thinking like, oh, I've seen this, or you just want to talk about your Halloween plans or how you expect to celebrate, especially this year when everything is so weird and COVID regulations are going on, definitely call in and chat with us. Today's an episode that we want to talk to you guys. We want to talk about different Halloween ideas, different ways to celebrate. How are you moms celebrating with the kids? Are you trick-or-treating? Are you not trick-or-treating?
Yeah, that's been a topic going around lately.
I know. Yeah.
My neighborhood is Halloween Town every year, so please don't come.
Have you noticed?
I'm kidding. I'm not home anyway, so.
Did they decorate? Did your street decorate big?
They're big, yeah. And there's so many kids usually, so I usually go to BJ's and I get those huge bags of candies. Like, you know the bag of candies was to last you all year?
Yeah.
I have bought in 5 or 6 humongous bags of candy and they're gone.
Are you eating them yourself?
No, I'm not eating them. The children are. And the adults.
Yeah, but I wonder if you're going to have that, if you're going to see trick-or-treaters like that this year.
I mean, I hope not. I'm not trying to be home.
You're not going to be home anyways. You're not going to see them anyways. But
I wonder.
Because I know, I saw on the news that it's kind of frowned upon for trick-or-treating this year or trick parties. I know one of Kenzie's friends, her mom is going to do a little thing for a few of the kids that are already in the same class anyway, so I feel as though that's pretty COVID safe. But I don't think we're doing really much any trick-or-treating because you don't know what's going on. You don't know. You just don't know.
I do not eat all the candy. Okay?
Maybe not this year because you're on a diet.
I don't eat it, Darshul, but thank you. Yeah, so I hope you guys like our outfits. We tried.
Yep.
We didn't want to be any Disney princesses this year.
Also, comment the different ideas you have. Because we thought Andrea came up with the idea for Beetlejuice because she needed to be ugly this year, which she did a good job.
Because I
think.
can't always.
Wait, show your
wig out.
sides.
Oh wait, my wig. Sorry, guys.
I think she nailed Beetlejuice makeup. What do you
What
guys
do you guys think? Did I nail the makeup? Did I nail Beetlejuice's makeup? Not Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you can also feel free if you don't want to call in, you don't feel comfortable calling in. I have your wig hair on me. If you don't feel comfortable calling in, just comment in the streams and we're discussing it. So because we're pulling it up live. As
I want to know what everyone is this year. Halloween is for everyone, not just kids. So we did mention a few weeks back with Salem and what is going on with Salem.
Yeah, because you did. You took a visit. I don't know
did.
if you guys saw our pages. You should be following us. Andrea posted some pictures in the cemetery where she belongs because she's a witch. But go ahead, how was Salem with COVID?
So I went in September. So compared to October, I think Haunted Happening starts October 1st. So it's a little different between September and October. I've gone to Salem a few times over the years. October definitely, of course, is the busiest month of Halloween. I particularly like going to Salem in September because you avoid that crazy crowd. But I did realize this year, I did see signs for a lot of locations that they would be closed, even through October because of COVID. But I mean, if you're going there just to kind of walk around and experience things, it's definitely a good time. But I do know that they have policies with like people dressed up as costumes that they usually have, like the Michael Myers. Is it Jason?
Yep.
With the hockey mask.
Yep.
You can't really like take photos with them because there's that whole distance thing.
But they were there. The characters and
they
stuff
weren't
were
there when I went, but they are there in the month of October, but you can't like really take photos. So anyone who's taken photos at Salem, I want to know if they're still doing that because I heard from multiple people that they did not. They weren't able to. They were not.
And I noticed, and I feel like last year too, I saw, we're posting, and I saw a lot of people posting those pictures with the costumes, but I've noticed none of them. There have been none this year from Salem season this year. But I also saw, I did see that some people were saying that it says online to do, you want to do a COVID test before going or do the quarantine when you come back.
And they do have that whole 72-hour quarantine from out of state.
Yeah.
So if you're going there for longer, then I think it's 24 hours.
But I did see also that people were saying that they weren't, somebody had said to me, nobody checked them. Like nobody asked for papers from like a COVID test or anything like that, proving that there was a negative test or anything.
So did anyone go to Salem? That's what I want to know. Has anyone gone in October?
More recently, yeah.
Because I know now they are in phase 3. They're in phase 3 still. And they are requiring masks indoor and outdoor. So even when you're inside and you're eating food, as long as you're eating, obviously mask off. But if they see you for 1 second without the mask on, you got to put it on.
They're pretty serious about it.
They're serious. Like they are really serious about the masks. They're following capacity restrictions still. They have, I don't know the exact amount, but whatever COVID law is, they are following the capacity as well.
I wonder if they're still doing the trick-or-treating that they do on Halloween night. I would assume either probably not or it's going to be a tight capacity.
And the other thing, too, that I had seen was that they did say basically everything now is requiring appointments. So when I went in September, it was a really cool app that I downloaded. I typed in Salem, and it was like a Salem destination app. You can find restaurants on there. You can find gift shops on there. You can plan your whole day on this app because that's kind of what I did. And it was helpful, but it'll tell you if places are closed or open. So you can kind of plan ahead of time. So,
I know, this wig
I'm sorry. Like this wig's not going to last till Halloween. Beetlejuice changed her hair color real quick. But so like I was saying, what was I saying?
The app.
The app. That's what I ended up using But now they are saying that you basically cannot get in anywhere unless you have reservations. So no reservations, basically come visit us in 2021. Like, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Because they're booking up.
Because the capacity's got to be
Yeah.
so much higher in October. You went in September, which was probably the smarter time.
And I went to Salem Witch Museum, and I didn't wait long. I waited maybe like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a great job. I will give them that. They did a great job with being 6 feet apart and getting in and out. But it wasn't the same. Like, it has as it's been in past years.
I mean, I think that's what we're dealing with everything this year, right? Even if people are trick or treating, I'm gonna be curious, especially in Fall River. So I know you said your street does it big, but in Fall River now, the smaller neighborhoods don't do anything, and it's really sad because I'm in a nice neighborhood, but the houses, everybody just goes down to the Highlands, and it's those huge crowds of hundreds of kids. I'm curious even if that's going to be a thing. Who's in the Highlands? What are you guys doing? Is anybody watching us that lives in the Highlands? Are you guys doing the big, you know how the Highlands do it, the big candy bars? And
so I've heard of the big candy bars, and I'm like, I don't live in Fall River, but I've heard of the big candy bars.
No,
it's been going on forever. Like,
it's so
since
awesome.
I was little.
So last year too, we did it. We've done it for the past couple of years now with my daughter, and it's hundreds of kids. Like, you just go. It's almost like a little like tour. You go from house to house to house, and there's even some like haunted yard setups, and it's sick. Like, it makes the adults have fun too, especially if like you put a little something in your bottles as you walk it down with the moms. No, there's like awesome setups, like little haunted setups in people's yards, and you just go through them, and then the kids grab the candy, and you get out and you go to the next house.
I'm curious to see how it is this year. I mean, clearly we both love Halloween, as you can tell.
Yeah, it's so fun. You
fun.
Get to be someone you're not.
Well, that's me every day.
I'm kind of your wife in a weird, like, we're like sister. Never mind. I'm not gonna. People are gonna get a bad idea. We're more like sisters.
So that's a little help on Salem. I actually had someone reach out to me.
Oh, somebody said that you guys have a cousin in the Highlands, and they're not doing anything.
I do have a cousin in the Highlands. Joe, I did not forget about you. I do have a cousin in the Highlands. Okay.
But they're not. Well, you didn't even have the info that your other cousin has.
Yeah, they're not.
Apparently, they're not doing anything. The Highlands are insane at Halloween. Sandra said yes, but so that's why I'm assuming that maybe the crowds are going to be like really highly cut down this year. What?
I want the kids to have fun.
I know. What are kids going to do? Well, I mean, Kenzie's doing a party, but.
So it doesn't seem like anyone's like doing really much of anything, but we'll wait. We're going to be here for a while, so hopefully we'll see what everyone's doing. But we have some stories to tell, and we want to know if you guys have any creepy stories. We've been trying to blow it up all day today on social media.
But it's Monday. You guys are probably busy. But if you're
yeah.
available now, definitely call in or comment on the stream if you don't want to call.
And
about any stories you've had, any ghost sightings, spooky sightings.
You really want to call in because I have to put this over this way.
And it's really funny, and eventually it's going to come off, and you're all going to see her do-rag.
It's a fact. It's awful. It's awful.
To do that intro for today's intro, we had already dressed up in this last week, and this girl just whips off the wig, forgets she's got the do-rag on. She was yelling at me around the studio. And I couldn't take her seriously. So it's awesome.
She doesn't take me serious with the do-rag. We're going to have to work on that.
I don't. Because normally I do, because she's scary and yells at me. But today, that day was not the case.
No, it's not the case. So, guys.
Let's get into the ghost stories now.
On the corner of your screen, you'll see this little red arrow.
Oh, Eric hasn't put it up yet. He hasn't seen it yet. All right, we're going to post a picture.
EBM.
No, he did it. We're going to follow this.
So I know you guys I don't know if you guys can see it as clear as us.
Oh, I can see it pretty good, I think.
But we did post photos on it today that you may get a clearer photo if you go on IG
go on
and
our
Facebook.
page later. But give the background on the story.
Okay.
So this is from one of Andrea's friends.
Yes. So this... From what I remember of this basement, I think that is the door. That is the basement door, I do believe, and there are some stairs. I think that's what it is.
So what part is the door? Where's the door? Behind
where
it?
the light is illuminating, that is That is a door, I believe. Right?
So his cameras are on the opposite side.
Yes. So cameras are on opposite side. So from what he explains to me.
And this is from one of those home camera systems that he has. So he's got them in his basement, all over the whole house, the yard, blah, blah, blah. So this is in the basement of his house. And he's seen this more than once come up. Correct?
Yes, I think he has seen this twice. And I'm being honest, he would have not made this up. He's mentioned this like quite a few times over the years. And I think that it says 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017.
It says 2017, so it's from a few years ago. So he's lived in this house, I want to say, I mean, I don't clearly remember how long, but at least I want to say several years.
Yeah.
And this happened a few years ago. He was sleeping. I'm going to adjust this whole time, and I'm sorry, guys, because it's not clearly not right.
We're going to have a wardrobe malfunction at some point during the show.
So he had said that he woke up in the middle of the night and his dogs were barking like crazy. And he's got these two adorable little dogs. One is a half Yorkie, half Maltese. And the other one, I forget what it is, but it's a freaking pain in the butt. But it's a cute little thing. If he's watching, sorry. Freaking Jack needs to get a dog job, seriously. But they were going nuts. And he was like, guys, relax. No one's here. Basically, my dog goes nuts sometimes.
Well, and you know what they say? They say dogs and babies or little kids are who feel these spirits in the house.
Yeah.
So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so he wasn't particularly disturbed about it, but they basically I guess, if I'm recalling the story correct, if he comes on, I want him to correct me if I'm wrong. I know he had a few meetings today for work and stuff, so he didn't know if he was going to get around to calling in. But he basically told these dogs relax, blah, blah, blah. And they jumped from the bed and ran to the top of the basement stairs. And they were just insane, would not stop barking. And I mean, he woke up, went downstairs. He's like, everything's fine, guys. Jesus, go back to bed, And I think it happened once again. I have cameras in my house.
Yeah.
I don't check them every day. I'm home,
Yep.
Everything's in place. There's no need to check them. So I think he randomly one day, we're bored, obviously, checked the cameras, and this is what he saw was the ghost. Is the ghost still up?
No, it's not there anymore.
Okay. Thank you. So this is what he saw was this. He looks like he has a cloak on.
Yeah, so if you look where the red arrow is, it does. It looks like somebody with a sheet. And he lives by himself, right? Nobody was trying to mess with him?
He lives by himself. No. He lives by himself. He's got cameras outside, inside, basement, everywhere. This kid's on point with his cameras.
And the dogs you said were way too small to be that tall in a cloak.
And from what I remember, that's his arcade room. So he has a few arcade machines set up. He's got a pool table in there. That's where the pool table is. So where that cloaked figure is.
So is it over the pool table?
It's over the pool table.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's over a pool table. I know you guys can't see it
and I also see a cross, but I can't tell if it almost looks like it's holding a cross. And this was the debate that we were having.
So this is what we've been getting all day.
Somebody saying either it's holding, I saw somebody
holding
say
a cross,
hold a sword. They thought it was holding a sword.
Yep.
I think it's holding a cross, or it could be a cross on the
cloak. I thought there was a cross on the cloak. I'll be honest.
I think when I looked at it again today, I said holding.
You said holding. I thought it was on, but somebody made a very good point today. And they said that it looks like the cloak, if you look closely, is off the cloak. If you look very closely, it's an inch off the cloak.
That and when you zoom it in, it comes out a little bit bolder, almost 3D. So that's what made me feel like it was not on the cloak and that somebody's holding this, which is creepy.
This is creepy. I said, why are you still living there?
Do you have the time? Do you know what time he had seen this?
It was late at night. So it was around he said it was in the morning hours. So I think 3 a.m. And that is the witching hour. 3 a.m. is when the portal opens up. I have a family member that is Wiccan and she's a medium. And that is hours when the door opens up from one world to the other.
That's so creepy. So
yeah.
Oh my
God, I'm getting goosebumps.
Is there? Oh my God. And it kind of does. It kind of does look like that's a 3 a.m. hour.
And I mean, I believe it because he would not Photoshop this in or anything. And I mean, I would have sold the house, right? I mean, it's a beautiful house. I'm not trying to buy it, but
No, not that shit in the basement.
no. And yeah, like I said, it's above a pool table.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it's
no
not
one's
like somebody's like
messing.
standing there.
No one's
yeah.
messing with him. I mean, if somebody went into the house, the alarm would have set off.
Did he talk about another instance of seeing something, or was it just the dogs going crazy?
No, it's the dogs go crazy from time to time.
And
always
they go
in
to
the
the
same
basement.
spot. Always same spot,
Yeah.
top of the stairs, bark at the bottom. When you open that door and you look, like if you're standing at the top and you look over, that's what you see is the pool table. So that little guy is standing on above the pool table. This looks horrible. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
So, and I've heard too, like, I've worked with a paranormal expert, and he had said to me too that they'll just stay in one area. As a matter of fact, he's visited Lizzie Borden's house,
Okay.
and he's got the equipment to like feel spirits around, and they didn't pick up anything inside
Not
the
in
house.
the Lizzie Borden house?
It was in the basement.
Not in the room where she killed her dad?
Nope, all the activity, all the spirit activity was coming from the basement.
Did she kill him in the basement and then bring
Is
him
there
upstairs?
more to the story?
Did you see the series?
Or maybe it's not even anybody to do with the Bordens. I hear that her actual house, Lizzie's house, is more haunted.
then the
Yeah.
actual house where the crime was committed?
Yeah, because I guess you don't always, right? You don't always go back to where you last lived. It's just a place that you feel you have unfinished business with.
I have unfinished business every day of my life.
I hate to see you as a ghost. Your poor ex-boyfriend.
I hope for everyone that I don't die. Just saying.
She'd be like, this time in 2013.
This, and this. Dear Diary. I'll open that right up.
So, any thoughts on the picture that we showed? You can feel free to comment, call. Let us know. We'll talk about that too. We're giving you lots of stuff to talk about with us today.
I always thought the Lizzie Borden house was cool. I always wanted to go. But you know when you live in the area, you tend to go to those places last because you live in the area.
Sadie, you slept at the Lizzie house?
No,
Was
Sadie.
Tell us.
Call in. We need to hear this,
Sadie,
Sadie.
can you call us? I'm going to write you in case you can't hear me
Yeah.
for whatever weird reason. Call us. I want to talk about it.
I want to know what happened at the Lizzie Borden house.
What happened? Oh, I'm so loud. But yeah, I'm curious to know. I know. I'm like nervous to sleep there because what if I do see something or feel something? Or is it just people? Do certain people, like, does your, who is it? Who in your family is Wiccan?
My cousin. So it's my first cousin. So when I was little, she was actually able to make Ouija boards. And I know you had a Ouija board story too.
Yeah, we'll talk
but
about that.
She was able to literally get a cereal box. And I was so small. And I remember this. I was super scared, guys. I'm a few years younger than her. And what she did was she would take like a cereal box, make the diaphragm of the Ouija board. And this thing would move. I kid you not, this thing would move. And I remember till this day, and my family will definitely back me up on this, there is a weird feeling at my aunt's house up in Canada. There's a weird feeling. My cousin Nancy, she is, she's like great. Like you wouldn't be scared if you met her. Like she's super cool.
She acts like a witch.
No. I know you were going with that. But yeah, she definitely has the ability to like talk to people, see people. She has that in her, which I like that stuff. So I think it's super cool.
So now I'm curious, now do you only see ghosts if you're like
I don't
that?
know.
Or if you're like, I feel like I've never seen a ghost, but I do believe in it. I'm trying to get Sadie to call her. She said yes, but I don't know. Because I want to know if she saw anything. Do you feel things? Do you feel differently? Like I said about that ghost showing up in the basement.
Yeah, you had said that.
And then there's nice ghosts and there's mean ghosts.
I don't even want to meet a ghost, never mind him be a bad ghost or her.
You should ask your cousin why at some point, and we could like post it or something. But what it is to make the ghost come out?
I just remember being super small, and I was sleeping downstairs. My parents were sleeping upstairs, And I just remember sleeping like on the couch and having like this weird feeling all night, like someone's watching you. Like, I'm like, yo, I cannot do this. Like, I was scared. I was literally super scared. I don't remember if I went and slept with my parents, probably, because I was small. But not only that, when I was 17, you guys are all going to laugh. When I was 17, as a graduation gift, my parents decided they wanted to go on a bus tour to California. That was my gift. So forget everyone else is going to like Miami, you know, wherever else, like Cabo. No, Andrea's going with like 60-year-olds to California.
On a bus.
On a bus. And like the most exciting part for them on this bus was stopping at the fruit stands. Like, I don't know why this happened to me. But the one interesting thing is, so we went to all different parts in California.
Yeah.
And I stayed on the Queen Mary in Long Island, California. That's a haunted ship. So this ship is super cool because how cruise ships are set up now, this ship is not set up like that. So they kept it how it was back in like whatever year like that ship was around, which I think it dates back to like 1900s.
Well, that's creepy.
So, you know when you used to be on a cruise ship, it's separated? Like the wall is separated?
Yep.
No, you're seeing from one side to the end.
Oh.
And the room, so there was a pool in this Queen Mary ship. And it was sealed off because back in the day, a little girl drowned in it.
I was just about to ask.
And they won't let the public into that area. So the room I stayed in, because like I said, this is like a senior citizen trip. I'm there. There's like another girl there that I ended up hanging out with and she lived close by. She lived in like past Brockton. Like it was close by.
Like Avon or something?
Yeah, but like I was desperate and I needed friends. So we ended up hanging out the whole time, but like my room on the ship, like so my mom and dad slept in one bed and then there was this awkward hall in the room and it went like this way and then I'm all the way over there. So I'm like, it felt like a different room because I was so far away from them.
Yep.
But I was so messed up because of the stories the tour guide was telling me all day that all night I had like chills on my arm. I was 17. I slept in between my parents that night. No joke.
It was that creepy?
It was that creepy. I did not want to sleep in that room. I did not.
Oh.
I was creeped out. I kept feeling like something was like in the room, or I don't know if it was like the hype from the day, but I was like, I'm not trying to die at 17 years old on a senior citizen trip to California.
On your graduation gift.
As my graduation gift.
Oh, that's so creepy.
But this ship, so you guys need to look up this ship. It's the Queen Mary.
Yep.
I think it's still in Long Island, California. It's creepy, but it was cool to see how ships have came about since then. Like how they were back then.
The differences. Yeah.
Isn't the Titanic supposed to like come back? That ship, they're like redoing it. It's supposed to like set sail in a few years.
Yes.
I want to go. I don't care. You can hit an iceberg.
Oh God, Andrea.
I'll make it.
I swear she's more positive than this. So let me tell you, my only experience really was, and this is funny. So I used to work at Fun 107, and we have.
I love Fun 107.
So we had a couple, there's a paranormal expert that works there, and then there was another medium who would come in once in a while to do some things with him and record some stuff. So she came in and was joking around. She loves this stuff. Now she would tell me that she'd be in the grocery store and because her like psyche, I guess it's called, is always
like
on.
Your sixth sense.
And so she's like, I'll be in the grocery store and I hear people. She's like, sometimes I just have to try to shut it off because I'm just trying to buy my stuff for the house, and I'm hearing people trying to talk to the customers walking by. People are just like trying to reach out to them. So every time somebody would walk by her, somebody from the other world would kind of start to tap into her mind, and she'd be like, it'd be so hard for me to focus on buying from the market. So anyway, she's like, oh, hey, I got a Ouija board in the car, and we're all
I hate Ouija boards.
We're all little creeps, and we're like, yeah, go get it. So we set it up, and now there were instances in there of people finding some things.
What is your take on the Ouija board? Do you think it's real?
So it's definitely real, but somebody like me can't work the Ouija board because it's just I don't have those spirits. I don't have that sixth sense, so it wouldn't work on me. So, but I observed
So
her.
It didn't move with
no,
you.
No, it
Okay.
did nothing. So I don't think I'm a person that can.
Well, you're supposed to
see
do it with
ghosts.
3 though, as well.
No, we
right?
did it. There was a bunch of us in the room. There was
Okay.
probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people.
And you have to say like bye to the board or it gets mad or something.
Oh,
and,
you have to like
oh,
talk to them. You have to have a conversation. So the media, Stephanie went onto the board. Now she's the one that's always like on. She's always hearing spirits and they're tapping into her. And we started to. Now, also I worked there for a long time. Never anything weird had ever happened, by the way. So if you ever have to go and pick up a prize, don't be creeped out. But people have said late nights that they would like.
At the Fun 107 building?
Yeah, because there would be people in there doing stuff at night because we're always live.
Fun 107. We want to know, are you guys haunted?
I wish Tim was on. but I know-
Gazelle? Jackson? Michael Rock?
No.
Maddie?
Gazelle would know.
Gazelle's not going to know.
He's always in his own world. I love you, Gazelle. I'm just-
Is it haunted?
But we
Spill the
did.
tea.
With the Ouija, there was a couple spirits that came through for her. So a couple people wanted to visit us. A past DJ. I won't get into names, but there was a past DJ, and you do because they spell your name on the board for you.
Wow.
There's one that's kind of mean. We don't know. Maybe it's not.
But nothing
anybody.
happened to any of you
No,
guys.
nothing has
Okay,
ever happened.
okay,
It's never
okay.
been weird in there. Everybody's cool. Everybody's real. But it's just, it did. The Ouija board just started to take Stephanie's hand and just go. There was one that did not want to talk to us. Somebody did want to talk to us. And we asked it personal questions that only this specific. So, all right. So there's a, I don't know if you guys ever, if anybody's listening who listened to Fun 107 back in the day, there was a DJ Sharon.
Yep.
So
I
that's
remember Sharon.
that's who we talked
Yes.
to. She was on the morning show.
Yeah.
For a long time, passed away unexpectedly. And she did. She talked to us a little bit. And we asked her, because I remember my coworker saying, all right, let's see if this is real. Let's ask her. We asked her 3 questions that only she would have been able. So she knew, and Kristen, my coworker, knew the answers to. So she knew what questions to have Stephanie ask. Stephanie asked these questions, and the answers came out right. So it was definitely, and
So you
my
knew. You
coworker
knew.
said only her knew the answers to these
You know
questions.
it was legit.
So it was not like Stephanie had never worked there, didn't know Sharon from a hole in the wall. Like there was no way for her. So I do think the Ouija board thing is 100% real. If you're listening and you're like, I tried it and it doesn't work, you probably just don't have that 6th sense.
I'm going to agree because the one thing I totally spaced out when I was talking about my cousin. So my aunt is super religious and was totally against the Ouija board. So I remember she caught us playing with the Ouija board and she was so mad. She burned it. We saw her actually physically go outside and throw it in a fire. The next morning, it was on the kitchen table. And like nothing ever happened.
Oh, I wonder if you summoned something that was not it must have been like it had to be not a nice ghost.
So
if it took it from a fire.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I'm still alive, but I mean, yeah.
No, I
it's
saw
creepy.
I saw it move, and then there was a second ghost we brought in on it.
Oh my god, the ghost's name was Bob.
There was ours started with
They're
an
always
M.
Bob.
I can't remember one. It was like Mark or Mike or something like not Michael Rock.
Why aren't they original? Bob.
Well, because they're names from back in the day.
Like, well-
People got more creative with names now.
Well, why can't it be like...
Anyways, Andrea.
insane.
The second ghost that we brought in on the board too was it was not a nice ghost. He was mad. He didn't want to talk to us. He was mad at us for even bringing him like out to talk to us. I wonder how the Ouija board works. It must be like it just pulls whatever spirit is in that room.
Yeah, it was insane, but I believe in the Ouija board. I don't think I've ever really witnessed a ghost. Like I think I've seen stuff, but nothing to validate that I've seen a ghost. But we do have a story from one of our viewers. She wanted to remain anonymous. But so this house was in New Bedford, and it's a historic home. I'm assuming from the way that it was explained. She says it has a green plaque on the front. So I know different places do different colors for historic homes. So anyone from New Bedford, if you can tell me what the green plaque is, I tried to research it, but I came up with nothing. But basically, so I'm going to have to look at the paper because this was like a last minute story that came in. So she used to take care of kids in this home. Parents went to work, basic story. And this house belonged to a surgeon who performed surgeries in the basement and also outpatient visits in the basement. So that's the background of this house in New Bedford.
I already don't like where this is
I don't
going.
like it. Don't like it. So what happened is she would basically take care of the kids. Obviously, they were very small. And she was basically kind of a nanny almost.
Okay.
So she was getting dishes. She was doing dishes one day. And she's like, she heard a dresser getting dragged across the floor. So it's only her and these two little kids who, like, she literally has to pick up to
So
bring
it's
from
not
like
the
point
kids.
A to point B.
Yep.
She's like, what is that? So she goes over and looks at it, and the kids are sleeping. There's no one in this house. This is right above the kitchen. So that was one incident.
That's so creepy.
She had a baby monitor that she would listen to, and they would be whispering on the baby monitor. Once again, she would run in. Kids are sleeping. Girl, how did you stay in this house? Like, I know you needed a job, but how did you do it?
Oh, I would have been so creeped
Whew.
out. I wonder if the babies were seeing anything.
Flickering lights in the kids' room constantly. She said, I mean, she believes in ghosts because she said she had she was paralyzed when this stuff happened. Like, goosebumps, hair raising on arms, like paralyzed, like she couldn't do anything. Like, she felt like something was there. I hate talking about this. Like,
I know. I'm not going to be able to sleep
I like
tonight.
Halloween, but I just want to be ugly. But she told me too, like, kids' toys were packed in their bags.
Yep.
And she would go back to the room, kids' toys all out, kids sleeping. It was like always centered around the kids for some reason, which is really creepy. She said that when she first got the job and she got to the house, they took the owners had a bag. They put the bag on the floor. She was helping, doing, her job and her duties. Parents were like doing their own things. They walk all back to the room. The bag is gone.
It makes me wonder if it was like a mom.
Bag is gone. Do you know what was in that bag? Tools. They found it the next day in the same place where it disappeared. Tools, surgeon, I don't know. It's a little creepy, guys. It's creepy. So the kids used to always talk about having invisible friends. Every kid, I mean, I made up invisible friends, but I actually never had one. Like, I did it for attention when I was little. I had, like, fourth child syndrome, if that even makes sense. Like, all my siblings are older than me, so, like, I had no one to talk to. But I wish I had a ghost as a friend. Like, it got lonely.
She had invisible friends already. Also, by the way, I have to correct myself really bad. My friend texted me and to say, Taylor, I love you, but it's a medium, not a median.
Did you say
I must have said
median?
I think I did say median.
Did you say medium?
No, I said median. It's a medium.
Taylor's just trying to fit into a medium, that's why.
No, it is a median. Medium. I was saying median. Oh my god. But she's right though. We won't talk about the struggle it was to get these costumes today. So that's why this is funny.
So they had the invisible friends thing. I'm gonna flip this page, guys, because this was a long story. So that happened. Kids had like invisible friends, and she was like, "Wow, this ghost legit exists. Like, this girl is not going crazy." And her sister lives in New Hampshire, and her sister would constantly see a man in a recliner in her living room. So one day she's sitting down, having a cup of coffee. It's night, winding down. The kids come downstairs unexpectedly. She thought they were sleeping, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Because like she looked in the recliner, and there's a guy sitting in the recliner, and her kids are both there. And the mom didn't want to say anything because she didn't want to freak the kids out, So she's trying to like keep her composure.
Yep.
And the kids, I don't know what they needed. I don't know, maybe a glass of milk or something. Like I don't know what kids want in the middle of the night. But whatever they wanted, they got, obviously. And then they went back upstairs, and the mom never said anything. But mom was like super freaked out. I mean, I would have been like, "Kids, wrap it up, let's go. We're sleeping at the hotel." But so the next day, mom's up making breakfast, and the kids asked the mom, "Who was that man sitting in the in the couch last night?"
Oh, that I just got chills. That is
And the mom didn't even know what to say. Like, mom was just like,
yeah, because now you're so creeped out that your kid saw somebody sitting with you, and you know that nobody was sitting with you.
"Yeah, I'm like creeped
But that's
out
what
right
it
now."
is. Like, it's just they come back, they just do what the ghosts kind of just do what they want, and I think it's really if you just bother them is when they bother you back. We did get a ghost story come in.
Oh,
So Scotty said he saw a ghost 2 different times. My son was with me for one of the time, and he was maybe 10 at the time. I ignored it. 3 seconds later, he asks, "Did you see that?" I don't know. That's all Scotty put. I thought there was more to that, but he. So it looks like his kids again. And we talked about that. Kids,
So did he see it?
the kids saw it.
Okay.
Maybe 10 at the time. I ignored it. So they saw. They must have seen something, and then the kid asked. The kid had asked, "Did you see that?" So that's really creepy. I remember having dogs as a kid. And I would watch the dogs because my house is definitely haunted. I've had the apartment that I grew up in, the building. I had a tenant tell us that her and her husband were laying in bed, and they literally saw, all of a sudden, just at the bottom of the bed, it was somebody in the bed with them. They just saw the bed like creep over. They didn't have a dog, no animals. The kids were in their own bed, and they just saw the sheets come up, and it just went back down. My dad has felt stuff in the basement during the holidays.
Do
And you
you know the history of like where you live?
so it's been a family house since
Okay.
like 1800s, and my
Okay.
parents would even tell me that there were like funerals in the house, like of my great aunts and stuff.
Kenzie, call in. Where's your child at?
She doesn't really
Kenzie.
talk about seeing anything, but I remember being little and watching the dogs just would like stare off and like a space in the wall and like
That's
bark at the wall.
scary. That is scary.
But my dad would like feel them in the basement around the holidays. So it makes you wonder, like, was it
Oh,
family
they
coming
wanted
back
join
to
for the
like
holidays.
to come say like Merry Christmas? I remember him
They
coming up.
wanted some ham.
It was a Christmas night, and he came back, and you could just tell, like, my dad is not like he's a tough dude, but he came back and he just seemed really spooked out. And you just said you just feel. And my mom had 2 instances too in the house. One was perfume, a smell of perfume.
They say that that's a sign that usually there's
Yep.
a spirit in there.
Nobody had sprayed perfume. I think she was just like sitting on the couch, chilling out, and she was like, all of a sudden I smell this perfume. And she said one time doing dishes, she felt a hand come on her shoulder. Like somebody was just rubbing her
that
back.
feels good.
Like somebody was just rubbing her back. And she looked over and nobody was there. She thought like my dad was
That
out
is
there.
so scary.
Yeah, but I bet ours is like family members just like saying hi since they all like just had little wakes and funerals in the living room. Like no big deal. Welcome to the Portuguese community. We close.
And they never leave.
And then they never leave.
So the other thing too, like just because we're like, we're like big geeks sometimes.
Well, it's like cool because
Yeah.
it's probably only
Like
cool
I love
to me
history.
because I've never experienced it. Like I've been creeped out by things, but I've never like seen things. I've had plenty of people tell me that about their Lizzie Borden experiences, or like Derek finding out that stuff in his house.
We have a Halloween party to go to there. I'm staying away from the basement.
I am definitely not going.
Oh,
to
that's
the
where the
basement.
alcohol is.
Somebody else. Is gonna
I'm
come
walking
in.
around with alcohol. I'm not going in the basement.
Are there pockets in these?
We
things?
got pockets. We'll figure out a way. Trust me. Stay tuned for those photos.
So yeah, we'll post those November 1st though. 'Cause
But like the other thing with like history wise, wow, we're like 47 minutes in, so
yeah, we're gonna try to keep this one an hour. I know we went over last week,
and
but
we usually get cut off in an hour because Instagram doesn't want us to talk longer than an hour. It's ridiculous.
we just have so much to say. What do you want from us?
But some other things, and I'm just gonna like quickly go through because I know we don't have like a whole lot of time.
Wait, Sandra said that's why you have
wait.
double parlors. All showings were done at home. That's why I do, and we do. We have double parlors in all 3 apartments. There's double parlors. There's like that living room and parlor.
I'm never going to your house.
I don't see them. Well, it's fine. It wasn't. Oh yeah. Now I'm in the 3rd floor, and that's where the tenant was.
I'll
saying.
walk in there, and all of a sudden they'll all start coming out.
Yeah, probably. They would want to talk to you. You creep.
So we touched base on like some that I was like I kind of wanted to know, but like the Lizzie Borden house, but somebody called in on that. I've never been. We need to go one day. Like I just want.
Maybe
wanna see
we'll
what the
do,
hype
like,
is about.
What do you guys think? We should do because
Lizzie
we can do
Lizzie
remote.
Borden in Christmas. Whoa, you don't want to go there for Christmas? We can wear Halloween costumes for Christmas.
Where is haunted places that we can go? Yeah, but I feel like we'd have to like go exploring. And do I really want to go into the basement of the Lizzie Borden house?
Yeah. I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah, so my ass was running behind her bag, and she was like, "Taylor, you're such a baby."
But yeah, so other places,
Sandra
is
said that's why most of the apartments have
See,
it.
people are on board.
All right, Liz.
I love you. I mean, Halloween costumes, Christmas time, it's 2020. Does anything make sense this
It doesn't
year?
matter. That's true. We do what we want this year.
Liz, you're coming with us.
See,
Yeah,
that's
coming
what you
with
guys too.
We'll pick you up. But another one that like me and Taylor both kind of talked about today, and it was funny because we both brought it up. Was the Route 44. So I got the story on Route 44 that on the
Liz said she'll
Rehoboth
come,
line.
by the way. Liz said she'll come.
Yes.
Liz would talk to them, like have full-on conversations with them, because she is the sweetest person I've
You
ever
bring the
met.
Ouija board, I'll bring mine. Halloween costumes, we're good.
Okay.
Liz, you're a shrunken head. But Route 44, remember you mentioned
Okay,
it today,
I
and then I mentioned it. So the story I got is when you're driving down Route 44 on the Seekonk Rehoboth line, there's a hitchhiker that you will see at times, dressed up as a lumberjack, red hair, dark eyes. Obviously, don't pick him up. Like, I know we're trying to be we're trying to be good Samaritans, but I'm sorry. If I am driving at 3 o'clock in the morning on the street, I see a hitchhiker. It's like a horror movie waiting to happen.
I'm already
What
so
are you guys
freaked out
doing?
now.
Keep driving. Like, I'm sorry. He'll find his way home.
He's not real.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
he's-
but you know what I mean. Like, are
Anyways.
you trying to die? Like, seriously.
Anyways, go ahead.
But so basically, obviously, you will ignore him. I mean, nothing.
Oh, Sadie said it's the Bridgewater. Is it the bridge?
Oh.
Oops. Is it the Bridgewater Triangle? Is that the part?
No. So we were gonna get to that next. Yeah, but it's close by to that. So I know where Sadie's going with this. So basically, if you ignore him, which you should, I mean, I'm not gonna go pick you up. He will appear in your back seat, and you'll hear him on the radio. But you heard something different.
So it's similar. You said that you would see them too in because we were arguing about
He
this
would be
before the show.
hitchhiking. He would
So
be
yours
hitchhiking.
was that you see him in the window too. If you go to pick him up,
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
or you drive by him and you don't stop. That's
Yes.
what it is. That's
Yes.
what you were saying.
But if you stop, I don't know what happens. I mean, so
I would
someone
suggest
wants
no stop. If you see somebody in what is it, a what was his
to-
outfit?
lumberjack, like a lumberjack apparel.
Yeah, don't pick them up.
If you guys pick him up, just let us know the day that you're going to do it, and then we'll check back the next day. If we don't hear from you, we know what happened.
Oh, people are writing.
I'm sorry.
Well, Liz, we're gonna get to you in a second. We'll just finish this up.
Yeah. So other than that,
You said he
The bridge-
shows up in the
Backseat.
rearview mirror. Mine was that he comes through the radio and starts laughing. Just this maniacal laugh in your radio. Like it doesn't matter what's on. You could have Fun 107 on, and all of a sudden his little creepy laugh is gonna come through the radio because you've hit him. Because that's what I heard.
Oh.
He stands in the middle of the
Oh,
highway.
okay.
Because that's what happened. He died because he was crossing the highway, and somebody
well, did
hit
he
him.
look both ways?
You do remind me of that every time. He was in the highway, he got hit, and that's why he stands there now and he messes with people who drive by because they don't stop for him. So maybe he's not really a hitchhiker, he's just standing there to yell at you and warn you.
Well, don't pick him up, guys. If you do, just let us know because we want to confirm if this story is real. I mean, I don't advise you guys to do that, but if you do,
I mean, at least be a part of, then give us some show content. That would be cool. So I'm not that mad. But don't die. Don't die on our accounts.
oh God, we have to wrap this up. How quickly can we wrap this up? So the other thing was guys, sorry. It was
We're trying to respond to all of you really fast too.
The Bridgewater Triangle, and that's what I talked to you earlier about. So it's to over 200 square miles, 17 towns, but the tips that they said is haunted is Abington, Freetown, and Rehoboth.
Well, it's that Freetown Forest.
Yes, so it's like the Rehoboth Freetown Forest, but it's known as the Bridgewater Triangle.
Because they did weird shit in the forest.
They had
right?
satanic cults, UFO sightings, a black killer dog, orbs, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is everywhere. Dismembered bodies, but that was all because back in the day when they used to do those cults.
Spiritual things. They would tie
So,
people to trees and
We
stuff.
were going to go during the day, but we figured that nothing would happen to us, and we're not trying to go at night. If anyone wants to come with us, let us know.
Yeah, so here we were gonna go last.
And we don't have a gun license.
We were thinking about I do.
And we probably shouldn't have it.
We were we were gonna go on Saturday for a hike, for like a healthy hike, because you know we're on our diets.
So we could go down to a small from a medium.
But I'm not gonna lie. We did chicken out a little bit.
We weren't trying to do it.
Because especially right now, I feel like it's October. People are gonna be out there like trying to mess with people.
Oh, the Carl Drew murders. Joseph. Carl Drew murders of Freetown. Yes. I read the book.
Spooky.
So there's
Thanks,
this
Joe.
book, and I don't remember what the name of the book is, but if you guys know the name of the book, let me know, because I'm a huge reader, and I like to read that creepy stuff. But I did read the book when I was younger. and it
Sadie, a little creep. She's
Sadie, we're on. But yeah,
Anyway,
I had this book when I was younger of everything that happened around here, and Carl Drew was one of them. A bar, it was where North Main meets, like almost near St. Michael's Church, the Beehive or something, but it was called something else back then. A lot of crazy stuff used to happen after that bar. This book had like a whole bunch of Fall River incidents.
What's the book called again?
I don't know. I was so young. I actually stole the book from my brother.
Guys, it doesn't have to be within the 7 o'clock time, but if somebody can please comment with this book so I can go get it.
I need to know the name of the book, and I did steal that book from my brother, and I lost it. So,
Sorry, Kevin.
So he's obviously hearing this right now.
I know, he's probably not. He's like, God damn you.
So I'm sorry, but that's what happened to your book. I lied.
I have the Graveyard Murder ones, or the
Oh.
New Bedford ones. About that one,
But besides that, I know Liz had commented, Syros in Rhode Island is also haunted. Medieval times, it was originally a brothel. I've never heard of that, but that's pretty cool.
I'll visit that one.
We'll have to research that one, Liz. Thank you. But so besides that, wow, we down to 5 minutes. So do we disclose our special? Let me just see if there's anything else we need to talk about.
Oh my God.
I think we're good. Oh wait, we just want to mention too before we disclose our special guest.
Oh, for next week.
We did post something today, and all jokes aside, we're being honestly really serious with this. I know some people don't vote. We're not going to get into politics. It's a touchy subject. We have our own opinions. But the one thing that we feel very strongly about is supporting small businesses. I mean, that's what we're trying to do right now. And one of the questions is the right to repair law. It's question 1. It helps support small businesses, meaning like mechanics. So what they're trying to do, and I'm not going to get into the logistics because you can Google it. I'm probably going to say something wrong. You're going to come at me with the right information, and I don't want you to prove me wrong. But what I'm trying to say is they basically do want to take car repairs away from independent businesses that are smaller, and they do want us to do repairs to larger businesses like dealerships.
Oh, that's not cool.
One of our sponsors owns a very reputable shop. Like I said, I don't trust my car with anyone else.
I wouldn't take my car anywhere else.
Prices are so good at Vieira's Auto Group.
He just does a good job. He's an honest dude.
Yeah, I love working with
He
him and
doesn't
his
mess
wife.
with women who don't know. If you're a single girl and go in, like, that's why I wouldn't go anywhere
I've gotten
else.
into arguments with him. Like, Brian, I really need to do this. He's like, you have like a year to do this. You don't need it right now.
You need X, Y, and Z done right now. This is what's going to keep you safe. This is what's going to keep your your little girl safe. That's Brian all day.
So we are extremely passionate when it comes to keeping small businesses open. And I really, I'm sorry, Liz. Yes, it's directly from Vieira Auto Group and Ames Auto. Yes, so that's what it's called, Vieira Auto Group, Ames Auto. They're in Fall River. And please, really just vote yes.
So vote yes for the right to repair.
Yeah.
For small mechanic shops to still be able to repair the vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid.
I can't even believe that's something on a ballot right now.
I hate saying stupid because it's immature to say, oh, it's so stupid.
It's blocking small business. That's frustrating. Yes, we're voting yes.
Like, I don't care if you want to vote for Biden, but don't. Anyway, or Trump. I'm not getting into politics. But what is important is that question number 1, and that is small businesses, particularly mechanic shops. And honestly, if I die tonight and I come back as a ghost and you all do not vote 1,
you You know where Andrea would come back up in the voting booth. No. You're not voting that.
But honestly, guys, I know I'm trying to be like funny about it, but
Yeah.
it's a little ridiculous, that vote in particular of what they want to do.
That is crazy. So yes, vote yes.
Please vote
Right
yes.
to repair. Oh, should we show them our full costumes before we get off here tonight?
We don't have shoes on? But
no,
you won't see our
like
feet.
just this part. They
But-
still wouldn't see.
We will show you our costumes. Oh my god, we have 1 minute. Okay, just stand
All
up
right,
quickly.
ready?
Yep.
Hopefully I don't show anything. Bye, guys.
No. Host for next weekend. Okay,
Don't go.
we
Eric,
have 1
don't
minute.
End it. Don't end it.
Eric, don't end it. We have 1 minute left.
Next week, you're definitely going to want to watch this.
So we are going to be talking about dating.
Yes, dating in 2020. But our guest is going to be hilarious.
It's one of our best friends.
Yep, and he's just, you might know him from actually the Fun 107. He is one of the DJs there. He does the music over there. He's awesome. He's from New Bedford, but he's traveled around. He's lived in a bunch of different places.
Oh, well, no, New
he's from
Bedford
New
and
Bedford.
Acushnet. Yep.
Yeah, he was living in Cushing
Yes.
now. Now he's in Virginia, but he's coming in to visit us next week, which is why we did our Halloween.
Right now, because
episode.
he's a scaredy cat and doesn't like Halloween. We love him, but
He's so gonna
Halloween
be so mad
came-
at you for that.
I love you, Jackson.
But next week we will have Jackson. We are talking dating, and it's gonna be a show.
It's coming from a guy's perspective, so
And Jackson has a lot to say at all times, and he talks a lot of shit to us, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be really funny.
So any questions on dating? I mean, we have a guy here. We have a guy here.
yes, bring the comments. Jackson, I can't wait. Liz,
Yes,
we can't wait
yes,
either.
yes. Bring it. Monday, bring it. It's gonna be Ange from Privy Part 2 in a male form.
Yeah, basically. Oh man, I'm so excited.
I
All right,
don't have
guys.
COVID. It's the wine.
But we all hope you have an awesome and safe Halloween. Even though we'll see you before
yeah,
then
but
again.
It's okay.
If you're doing parties, dress up. Beetlejuice, Lydia, we out.